Welcome to the Zen Zone. Zen Lee here on the Begode Race, the best wheel of 2025 in my opinion, especially Begode's best wheel and the best wheel under $3,000. Discount code ZenZone. Get you $150 off. That puts this wheel at $2,850. You get a 3,800 watt-hour battery with a 5,000 watt torque motor. This thing is absolutely a beast. I really like the LED blue lights. It makes it stand out, gives it this Tron-like vibe. This thing is super agile, and the stock tire is quite good. I do not plan on changing the stock tire. I would like to race with the stock tire. I feel like some people that are changing the tire are not giving this tire its proper chance, not even like putting any miles on it, just immediately changing it. With this wheel, I don't think it will be so easy to do a tire change. I took off one panel and it was 5 different screws for one panel. So, I mean, if you just are very organized and take your time, it won't be too hard, I don't think. But the stock tire is perfectly fine, and I'm going to be racing it here in about 2 weeks at Apple Valley. I do not plan on changing the tire. I love the pads that are on it, the sync pads, the Grizzly sync pads. Discount code ZenZone works at Grizzly pads as well. I have pretty much fixed the wobbling problem with just adjusting my pads, so that is not an issue for me at all anymore. The kickstand, it does its job. The headlight is adjustable up and down, but it's not my favorite as well, although it gets the job done. A lot of my gripes are in the context of it not being a racing wheel. We'll get into my gripes a little bit later. But you have to keep in mind, this is the Begode Race. It's not the Begode Off-Road. It's not the Begode Long Range. It is the Begode Race, specifically designed for racing. This has a huge torque motor. It is super snappy, super responsive. It's like you're just floating on the air, like it's so effortless. The accelerations, not quite as effortless as some of the smaller wheels, but for a 18-inch wheel, this thing is so torquey, it blows my mind. I've just now started pushing past 50 miles per hour, and it's so easy to go past 55 miles an hour. I'm feeling more stable with my accelerations, and my braking is not as wobbly, so I'm ready to start pushing for that 60 miles per hour. I am with the Las Vegas crew here in Las Vegas, and they are a really cool crew, really good group of guys. We had a few mishaps, but nobody got hurt. And Psycho Therapeutico on the Oryx is just a freaking beast. He'll be racing the Oryx, and he has been training hard for that wheel. If you become a member of a channel, I am going to be releasing some of our training videos, but you can see the race, man. When I push it, man, it just smokes everything. When I let up, you know, the other wheels can pass me, which I'm riding with the Insta X5, which does an amazing job of night capture. So I usually accelerate really hard off the line, and then I kind of slow down to, you know, not totally lose the group. But I absolutely could with this wheel. It is an absolute beast. I can just power it out. No problem. And I got the leathers on. The leathers feeling great. Been training in the leathers, getting used to them. And the shoes, $35 on Amazon. Really good price. That's the Stratosphere in the background. We were just there the other day stream sniping iShowSpeed, and we were there when he bungee jumped off and almost died because his bungee like harness thing almost break. And right there, Waterboy slides out, man. He just didn't have enough traction there or something. I'm not sure if he just overbraked or whatnot. But that is not a problem you're going to have with the Begode Race. I know 2 people really want this wheel. It is a absolute beast. I could say good things about it all day. I have over 400 miles on it now and have not had any issues other than ones I've talked about in previous videos. The battery boxes are low. It's designed to be low profile. So the low battery boxes will keep you from, you know, hopping up on curbs. You got to be extra careful. You got to really preload and hop with a lot of effort, or you'll hit your battery boxes. I've demonstrated that in past videos, and it's not an off-road wheel for the same reason. The battery boxes can clip rocks real easy. You can off-road with this wheel. You can tell maybe mine's a little bit dirty, haven't cleaned it, been doing a little bit of off-roading with it. And yes, you can off-road with it if it's not too technical, but it's not what you want to use it for. You don't really want to commute with this wheel either, in my opinion, because the range is not that good if you're pushing it hard. I would say you get about 30 miles of range, maybe a little bit less. If you're over that 50 to 60 miles per hour range, you're not going to get that much range. I think at lower speeds, if you're just going 20 miles per hour, you could probably get, 60 to maybe even 100 depending on the terrain. I did not buy the Begode Race to go slow or commute, so somebody else will have to test that for you. I bought this wheel to race and go fast, and that's what I have been doing, getting faster and faster and more comfortable on this wheel. I can still feel an inkling of wobbles, maybe just an inkling. When you brake really hard, you just have to be ready. Your pad setup has to be perfect. That's the biggest tip I could give to any new riders with this wheel, and new riders will be getting this wheel. I think this week and maybe early next week, these wheels will be arriving in the US. So my biggest tip is just to make sure your pad setup is good, and if you adjust the pedals, to be extra careful, because I stripped the screw and I can't adjust my pedals now, but I don't really want to. I should maybe, but I just love the low profile. I love not being like hidden by the wind, and if you crash, you're not so high up, so you're not going to make a big impact. When you're up high on a wheel and you crash, you go down hard because you're high up. You hit at a more difficult or a more aggressive angle, and that's why you break your collarbones. On the smaller, lower profile wheel like the Race, if you crash, you might go sliding a little bit easier. Probably gonna still get hurt, but it feels a little bit safer. As far as the quality goes, I have not had any QC issues at 420 miles, almost probably be 500 miles soon. This is where we were meeting up with iShowSpeed. We actually streamed, we did find him. It's a whole nother story we'll get into another time. This wheel is what we're talking about now, the Begode Race. Absolutely love it. The brake light, we actually had a Karen pull up next to us. That's one thing Psycho has noticed about the US is all the Karens. We've had so many Karens talk to us already, but a Karen pulled up to me the other day in her car, and she's like, "I used to be a motorcycle rider, and I could tell your brake light's not good enough, blah 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 blah." Just kind of telling you their thoughts. But so I guess the brake light's not that good on this wheel, but it's not bad. I mean, it's good enough. This is a race wheel on a track. You don't need a brake light, but it has one, so it's good enough. And I love the Bluetron lights in Vegas. It really stands out, especially with that sphere in the background right there. I think it's a super sexy wheel. I love the way it feels. I think you guys, if you're getting this wheel this week, you're going to have a blast. Be safe. Take your time like I did. The first 100 miles, there's no need to go breaking speed records or doing anything crazy. In my opinion on this wheel, just take your time, get used to the wheel, and work up slowly. That's what I've been doing, and I feel I haven't crashed yet. Other than, the crashes I posted when I was off-roading because of the battery boxes. Hitting the battery boxes is the only reason I've crashed with the wheel. And it's held up pretty well, no damage, other than the strip screw, which was when I was adjusting the pedals and putting everything back in. But man, I wish I could explain to you how awesome it is, but you're probably going to have this wheel soon and get to experience how awesome it is for yourself. I really want to figure out how to adjust the suspension. There are two knobs on the top to adjust it a bit. And then there's two more, I think, lower. I think you have to remove some panels or something like that. I haven't figured out how to do that. If anybody knows, let me know. Because I would like to adjust the suspension a little bit, give it a bit more travel if that's possible. It does feel good overall. It sinks into the corners, has really good traction. Nothing really negative to say about it. I just feel like it could be better. I love the Begode Race. I wanted to keep this video short. If you like this sort of video, please leave a like, a comment, a share. Consider becoming a member, or use discount code ZenZone to get yourself a little discount on a wheel. And until next time, stay in the Zen Zone.